Hi everyone, this is Patrick Kortnick from Mobility Digest at mobilitydigest.com. Today I've got the Nexus S by Samsung for review. It's an Android device running Gingerbread version 2.3.2. I'll do a quick unboxing here as I've already had a chance to look at the device, and then I'll give you a brief overview of the phone. If we take a look here and open it up, it's pretty simple what comes in the box. Obviously we've got the phone, and then just some of the documentation for T-Mobile. The terms and conditions, warranty guide, micro USB, and the AC power cord. Put those off to the side here. Then boot up the phone. While this is booting up, I'll tell you a little bit about the specs. Under the hood, we've got a 1 GHz Samsung Hummingbird processor with 512 megs of RAM and 16 gigs of internal storage. It's a quad-band GSM phone, which means it works on any GSM carrier in the US and is sold unlocked. Unfortunately, 3G support varies by provider. It's a 1500 milliamp battery under the hood in the back here. And there's also two cameras. There's a 5 megapixel VGA right here with a LED flash. Then there's also a small VGA camera right here for front facing. Additionally, you can't really see them, but there's a proximity and a light sensor here in this upper left-hand corner. You've got the 4 standard Android buttons, and then a micro USB for charging and connection, and a 3.5mm audio jack. As you can see here for the form factor, it's pretty slim. Here's your volume keys and your power button. Those are the only physical hardware buttons. We put this here for a second and compare it to the Samsung Focus, the the other Samsung device for Windows Phone 7. And as you can see, the form factors are very similar. Very similar in size, shape, etc. Buttons are almost identical. Camera placement's slightly different. Volume keys are the same. And then the only difference here is the placement of the micro USB and the 3.5mm jack. Top versus bottom, and the interface obviously. Also on the Nexus you can slightly tell there's a contour glass, as Google calls it, which means that there's a slight curve here on the glass. I'm not sure how well that shows up on the camera. As for the phone, this is running Android's newest version, 2.3.2, which is Gingerbread. So it's got the standards of Gingerbread, and then being the Nexus S, it's also got a few additional features such as NFC, which is near field communication. Basically a newer, easier version of Bluetooth that doesn't require device pairing and manual configuration. Unfortunately, I don't have any tags to try it with, so I haven't been able to test it. But if I do look here under tags on the phone, this is where you would go in and do it. And you turn that on and off in the wireless settings here. Let me just show you that real quick. Right here, near field communication. As for the phone and the functionality, I've had it for a few days and been pretty satisfied with it. One of the drawbacks is the battery life, which really I was able to drain in a day from normal use. I'll show you the battery pop-up graph here that I was pretty thrilled about. A nice feature that they have. Shows, obviously Android shows you all the percentages of what's taking the battery, and then also they have this new chart here which plots the battery and tells me what the phone signal is, if GPS, Wi-Fi, if the screen is on, and when it's been charging. And this will actually plot the decay of the battery. Other few drawbacks about the phone: there's a few things missing, such as a notification light. There's no SD card slots and no expandable memory above the 16, and there's no 4G support. But other than that, the 4-inch AMOLED display here is absolutely magnificent, and the Hummingbird processor is very quick. Everything moves around very quickly. Even some of the calculations and stuff that it does for the more graphic intensive stuff are very quick. Other than that, not many complaints. Obviously it's running Android, the newest version of Gingerbread, so it's very customizable and rather functional. So that's it for the Nexus S from Samsung. If anyone has any further questions, feel free to let us know in the comments and we'll do our best to answer them. Again, it's Patrick Kortendick from Mobility Digest, and this is the Samsung Nexus S. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you soon.